I'm looking forward to it, you know, to doing the boards again. I feel like the last one was like a kind of a learning experience in doing the outdoor stuff. So I think this time around we're a little bit more prepared for that, to do some, we'll have colors this time. Or more of them. That was an amazing trip last year. It was probably one of the top trips I've had in a while, just hanging out with everybody. Everybody's so much fun, yeah.
I'm excited. I get to see my friends and hang out for a week, even though it's 1.4 miles from my house. It's going to be cool. Everyone else is coming from all over, and I just got to go. And then at night go. Like last year was the best, funnest time with everyone, making stuff and just like drinking beer and riding some waves. What else do you want?
I guess I don't really know what to expect. I've met a couple of the guys a few times, but I don't know really anyone on the, I mean, I know who they all are, but I've never really met them. And I think I'm excited just to be around. I mean, they're all obviously really good at what they do, and I'm just excited to be around like that creative kind of energy and just like, you know, hopefully feed off that a little bit. It's my baby. Alex? Yeah. Nice to meet you, Jay. Yeah.
Being able to make things alongside other people is really fun. I wish, you know, this could happen every day kind of thing. There's a lot of similarities and differences to them, but when everyone's together, it's like everyone has a unique perspective and something to add.
Just a creative powwow, melting pot of wild folks.
I would have to start out by saying there's a lot of passionate people here. Who are doing what they love doing.
And we're all pretty open to like learning from each other and enjoying our time together. Like we're kind of it's kind of like a nourishing movement. And I don't know, it's kind of unique because I think maybe a lot of things like in the surfing world, there's a lot of people that are kind of like, they want to be like the dude or like the head honcho ripper guy. And I feel like there's just like this really there's a nice balance within these people, and they're just enjoying each other's company and time together.
We're it's up in the Santa Cruz Mountains, kind of our tucked away little sanctuary where we've all come together to meet up and build surfboards, create some art, make good food, just kind of spend time together and get inspired by each other. It's a full-on band camp situation, but we've got mobile shaping bay where I think we've got some people shaping, or Donnie's in here shaping right now.
Nice. It's kind of in the, it's the same family as that one, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be the heavy version.
Nice. It looks narrower with the wood.
It's the wood playing tricks, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it looks good.
I think cut it, I can always bring it in, but yeah.
Yeah, go wide.
6 inches forward on the toe side and 1.5 inches on the heels.
Nice.
Oh, we got Luke Bartels, who's my shop mate, wood shop. Woo. Jay Nelson, treehouse surfboard shaper extraordinaire. Jeff Canham, resident sign painter, critiquer of color. Oh, Chad, agave shaper, Vassar, master surfboard builder, archaeologist.
Ride waves, I like to build surfboards out of different materials. I work in the environmental field as well. So I'm an archaeologist and a tribal liaison for the local Native American tribes. And yeah, I'm here building surfboards in the redwood forest and hanging out with a bunch of great friends. Boogers on there.
It's pretty exciting. You get to come up here and pretty much just whatever you can dream up. It's a chance to put it on paper and then eventually put it under your arm, and hopefully we get to put it in the surf soon. Oh, I mean, I learn so much every year that I come to this. Like, I can't even think of just one person's, you know, teaching more than another. I mean, I've never shaped a surfboard before. I mean, I've had so many surfboards, but to be able to be inspired with so much different designs, and you know, almost everyone's been really supportive of everyone's ideas. It's pretty insane.
I told him it's probably just like this. This comes down. One shaka up, one shaka across. Telling you, bro, the shakas is bangle, bangle, bangle.
That's what we're trying to get tubed up here.
That's right. Exactly. That's the one thing about those boards from the 70s that had the narrow tails and the width up front, is that's why everybody got so barreled. That's how Sean used to be such a great tube rider, because you know he used to move forward with his front foot this far from the nose and make every barrel.
Yeah, you're like turning from that part of the
just
board too.
driving off this part of the rail.
Yeah.
Cool group of people.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's like, yeah, like not knowing anyone, but then coming in and there's like immediate connection. You just start talking about like, oh, what blank are you using? What are you gonna shape? What, you know, like there's just like an immediate connection between everyone, which is pretty cool.
Keep going. Left. Right, left. Great.
In the industry as a whole, nobody does anything like this. In the crew that's here, it's not like they're not pro surfers, you know. It's such a different thing, a unique thing that it just keeps things progressing, you know. Keeps us all progressing, and all these guys are the leading front of the creative alternative surfboard world, like no doubt, you know. Because whether it's shape or construction or material, everybody has their own thing here, you know. And everyone's different. Nobody overlaps that much. It's pretty cool too, you know. I just do it how I want to do it, and if people don't come along, it's okay, you know. It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to change how I am or how I just live my life in order to make a business. So I think it's just the nature of myself, and then the boards themselves just reflect that. Yeah. I just want to ride, and I just want to make boards that I'm going to ride and enjoy it, and then people buying it's a huge plus, you know.
But yeah, I don't really think about it too much until I'm ready to paint, or else it just comes out weird and too contrived. Kind of takes the art side out of it. It's more impulse and where things need to go, and talking to yourself and stuff. And it turns out cool.
There's a lot more interesting things going on other than just, you know, surf, which is like usually where I try to stay in the surf realm. So yeah, it's good to get out of that and get the vibes from everyone else, you know, because they're all like such positive people.
And then this should be able to perfect. Greatest of them all. Oh really? Things like this aren't even, it's not even about the big things. It's about just the subtleties and the moments of enjoying each other's company. It's not really so much about like major revelations. It's kind of about the simple connections. And there's been a lot of the cool moments for that.
Laminate it and then drop some 4 ounce over it.
I'd be into that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call. Because it's got such a skinny stringer too, this thing's like, could handle it.
Yeah.
Work well.
Working with Alex, laminating boards, like working in a 8 by 10 foot space with one of the best laminators in the world. Learned so much from that. You know, it's not like he's saying, this is how you do it. It's just by like bumping into him and going, whoa, you're doing that, you know? Yeah, and then, you know, not having all the things we need, but making it work and coming up with new stuff from that.
Yeah, you get hooked up?
I did, yeah. Okay.
J-Money?
You're imagining yourself with Lonnie flying down the lawn.
Yeah, cheater 5e. Yeah, lifted that up.
A little pop out from the...
Or cheers.
Oh.
Yeah. Or is that for me?
Yeah. This is for you. Just for the part. Yours is extra large. It is extra large.
Yeah, it looks great. It's colored before.
Yeah, he would have.
picture.
Nice.
Yeah.
What?
That was a quick lap. That's cool.
You can do that too, kind of, if you put a screw in the front.
We had such a short period of time, we weren't able to do everything here. So we laminated all the boards, we wrapped them with the color and the fiberglass. And then we bagged them all up, threw them in the van and drove down to my shop. And myself and a couple of the crew there just kind of overnight banged them out. And we were able to ride them the next day. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and big help to the, big love to the crew at the shop too that helped out.
Am I going in the right direction here?
No.
Alright, what do you want? I'm looking at the middle block.
just like what you did to your board, or like what?
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
But this is kind of like purple, right?
I still don't really know what he wants.
Oh my, how's this sting? Huh?
How's this sting?
How
mental, huh?
Reunited. Feels so good.
The weight feels good for some juice.
Okay, to the side.
yeah, I feel like everywhere you would look, there's something going on and people just soaking it up. I just learned how fortunate I am to be with so many creative people and have the opportunity to come out of the normal routine and kind of get tested in the elements to create stuff. And you know, we're all building stuff out of our normal zones, and it's pretty cool to see how everybody's adapting to it and learning how to do the same. From the year before this, knowing that we were going to do this again but differently, it was kind of always in the back of the head, just knowing that like this crew is going to get together and like how's it going to be. And this year just I feel like it's just the next step of progression from the year before. And yeah, I'm super excited. I don't know where we'll be or where we'll end up, but it's going to be rad for sure.